everyone, this is Minnie, the Shoujo Nut, and it's winter. That means break for a lot of you guys. Now, let's be honest. Besides stuffing your face with food or drinking hot cocoa or wine, whatever works for you, what else would you be doing? Why not watch anime? So, I feel like it is my duty as your average anime viewer to recommend a list of underhyped anime for you guys to catch this holiday season. And on top of that, I'll give relatively short reasons too, so you can get through this list of 10 anime relatively quickly. The first anime I am recommending to you guys is Natsume Yuujinchou. Do you like fat kitties? Do you like fantasy? Do you like to sit on a couch, snuggling with a blanket and drinking hot cocoa with a relatively relaxing, laid-back anime, sort of episodic, very easygoing? Well, this is the show for you. This show always gives me such a warm, tingly feeling in my heart. The second anime I am recommending to you guys is Sakamachi no Apollon. Do you guys like fierce rivalry? Do you like good music? Well, this is the show about a main character who joins a jazz band and rediscovers his love for the piano. It is such a great show that deals with such realistic characters, realistic rivalries, realistic relationship between people. If you like K-On! And you want to enjoy a more adult, realistic version of it, with less humor, but with a more romantic adult moments, this is definitely the show for you. The third anime on my list is Casshern Sins. It's actually a remake of the original Casshern. I didn't think I would get into this show because it's a robot show and I am not a huge fan of robot shows, but this is more than just a robot show. This is an end of the world type of show. It's basically a show about a whole society, a whole world dealing with the end of the world. It is so relatable because even though it's about robots, we have fears like this every day. We fear about our deaths. We fear about the end of the world, the end of society, the end of humankind as we know it. This show just shows such a powerful message regarding this theme, and I feel like it's very realistic and heartwarming too. So definitely check it out. The fourth on my list is Jellyfish Princess, and if you already know the name of the show, you're part of that very small, very dedicated indie fan base. Well, let me put your reassurances to rest. This is a great show. If you can get past the animation and the quirky character designs, it's a show about people who are comfortable in their own skin and people who are not comfortable in their own skin. It is about people who can cross-dress and still feel like a man, while there are characters who flaunt and show off their hobbies, but they can't be themselves around other people, be themselves around society. It's just a great show that demonstrates that you can be a part of society and still feel lonely, or you can not be a part of the rest of the society and still feel great about yourselves. It's a show that I feel all of us can relate to. I mean, how many of us really feel comfortable in our own skin? The fifth anime I want to talk about is Zetsuen no Tempest. And I'm a little biased because I love The Tempest by Shakespeare and it references The Tempest by Shakespeare as well as other Shakespeare plays. But the reason why I love this show so much is because at first it seems like your typical action/adventure show, but it is not your typical action/adventure show. It is actually a psychological thriller with unpredictable moments and very quirky characters. So if you're kind of sick of watching your average action-adventure show and you want something more, something deeper, psychological filled in, well, this is your show. The next show I want to talk about is a relatively old show. It is called Super Gals, and it has a place in my heart because my friends back in middle school and I watched this show. And well, this show is a shoujo that has nothing to do with romance. I know, right? Shocker. But shoujo nowadays, a lot of it has to do with finding a boyfriend, finding your soulmate, finding the person of your dreams. Well, in this show, it is about friendship. It's about being there for your friends, finding boyfriends for your friends. And even when the main character Ron got her own boyfriend, it was like not a big deal, because in real life it really isn't a big deal. So this show is funny, it's quirky, and deals with a lot of female friendships, which you don't find that much in shoujo. Shonen is actually very good at dealing with friendships instead. The seventh show I want to talk about is the opposite of the last show I talked about. It is Requiem for the Phantom. This is a psychological shonen type of show, and it's very deep, very dark, but it has this hint of romance. No, not even a hint. It has this romance between the two main characters that kind of sticks with you for life. Because in this world of assassination, darkness, death, two people are able to find each other and kind of try to build a world with one another. And I feel great when a romance is done well in a shonen. And this romance is done very well in this shonen. The next show I want to talk about is a slice of life called Kokoro Connect. If you are one of my close friends, or even if you're not one of my close friends, you will probably know I am a huge fan of slice of life. I watch slice of life all the time. It's my favorite genre to watch. But this one is actually one of the top slice of life I've ever watched. The reason being, it is a show about a group of friends who thought they were best friends, that they know so much about each other, that they enjoy each other's company, until something strange, something magical is thrown their way and their world is flipped upside down. They found out that there are so many dark sides to human nature, to each other, to themselves, that they are unable to reveal before this magical element enter their lives. I feel like it's a great show that deals with how sometimes something small, or sometimes something unexpected can happen, and you'll stop talking to that friend, or you stop that friendship, or you let that friendship die. And this show just shows that very well, how you can fight through that, how you can still be friends with one another despite seeing your darkest moment. The next show is kind of controversial. A lot of you guys might dislike me for recommending this, but I am going to recommend it anyways. It is Princess Tutu, and it is a better show than Magical Madoka if you are looking for the same elements. It is a dark magical girl show that is more unexpected, that is more subtle, that is more thought-provoking than Magical Madoka. Believe me, I love Magical Madoka, but the way that it is kind of in your face about how dark it is within the 4th episode, it takes away from the show rather than done in a Princess Tutu style where you can watch the entire 1st season and not realize it's a dark magical girl show. I feel like because it's so subtle, that makes it a slightly more superior show, and I highly recommend it if you enjoy Magical Madoka. And even if you don't enjoy Magical Madoka, maybe this show will change your mind. So the last show I am recommending, I can't remember the name, so excuse me while I read it off the page. I can't understand what my husband is saying. That is the title of the show. It is so short, it is so easy to get into, and it is actually what my YouTube channel is all about. It is a show about an office worker of a wife who doesn't watch anime and an otaku husband who stays at home and watches a ton of anime. Well, the reason why this show beats all other shows in regards to this kind of theme topic is because all other shows kind of make it look really unrealistic. Like, how often do you see an otaku and a non-otaku get along this well or like this? But this show manages to make it realistic, make it quirky, make it funny. It's just a show that is a very believable marriage between an otaku and a non-otaku, and it's so relatable for people on both sides of the spectrum. So I highly recommend it. Plus it's so short. Why would you not go out and watch it right now? You can finish it within a day. No, within like a few hours. So yeah, that is my top 10 underhyped anime you should catch this winter season. Hi everyone, please excuse the chaotic that is this video. This video was actually unscripted. But anyways, please like, subscribe, comment to this channel, and let's talk anime. I hope you guys enjoy my list, and check out a couple on this list. And with that, I'll huggle you next time. This last show I am recommending is kind of a